Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
Whoa. a little bit of a burp almost came up. Oh my goodness, what up, y'all? It's KMB, the sexy ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. This is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're going to be talking about SmackDown, May 5th, 2023, Cinco de Mayo in Puerto Rico. Also, my mama's birthday. Man, my wife made a big taco dinner, and right after work, I got home, and she made the rice. She slow cooked the pork all day, got these amazing recipes, and she's like, "Hey, are you on your way home?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I am." And she got me this, she made the plate and everything, and man, it was good. I got some pico, and I hurt myself this morning because I had more tacos. I was like, I need more tacos. And I had more tacos. I put more hot sauce, and my daughter came out. I was sitting on the chair like, it's so good. And with her pico, I got a little bit of jalapenos and some seeds. Life is good. And SmackDown is here, the go-home show for the big night. We're talking about Backlash here tonight. No, I'm not talking about Backlash. I'm talking about SmackDown. And great crowd, man. Like that, the crowd in Puerto Rico, they really were showing their love for WWE. And we had this really awesome drone shot that came in. I really like how they started the show with that, showing the crowd, showing the arena, going through. And I was like, man, we should do more of that. I know didn't they do the drone shot at WrestleMania? Wasn't that the last time we saw the drone shot? Because this one was cool, man. It just went straight in, right into the building, and showed the crowd. And there was this awesome, fish lens camera that they cut to at one point where you can see the whole arena. And I was just like, damn, man, we're the evolution of the professional wrestling game and camera shots, especially in these arenas, and how revolutionary WWE has become with them, even in the XFL days, they really inspired the NFL, with a lot of shots they have now in the NFL. And when I watch football, I'm like, they stole that from XFL. Vince was a genius at that point, But that cool drone shot, they had a different entrance because of the way the building is structured, I believe, and just so you can fit all the fans in the arena. Rey Mysterio comes out and brings out the LWO, about to cut a promo because Zelina has a big match tonight. But the JD, man, the Judgment Day interrupts. Finn, Dominic, Rhea comes out. I feel like they were saving Damian for the end, which they did. And my favorite part of this is when the LWO came out, they gave this dude a shirt with LWO, and Dominic took that shirt. I feel like that was a plant because that guy didn't seem really too upset when he ripped the shirt in half. Like, he's like, oh, and he ripped it. So I feel like that was a good plant, but nice little heat, and Dominic getting booed every time he tried to talk. The dude's got heat, and it sets up the big mixed tag team match for the main event tonight. But this was just a fun way to kick it off. Rey and Zelina, they're talking to the crowd. They're getting the crowd hyped. The Judgment Day comes, and there's just this great interaction with all of them. And my favorite part is after the challenge was accepted, Dom slaps Rey and runs off. I was like, you sneaky SOB, man. Then we have the OC versus the Viking Raiders. AJ Styles is on commentary. They are officially back in effect. Michin, the Good Brothers, AJ versus the Viking Raiders with Valhalla. The OC won, and once again the Viking Raiders pegged down. I've said this before, and I've said it over and over again with the Viking Raiders. You know, it's a shame that they were repackaged like a bazillion times, it feels like, and then they get this momentum, and they had that big feud with the New Day, and they're, you know, and then they just get pushed down again. I don't know what's up with that. Like, I really do like the Viking Raiders, man, especially when they were in NXT, and then when they were on the Indies and stuff like that. And, you know, I remember, and so much so, I remember when they were like the Viking Experience. Oh my God, the amount of hate for that name, like the Viking Experience. What? Or was it the Viking Experience? I don't know. It was something. Was it Experience? Yeah, it was something so stupid. Then they switched them over to the Viking Raiders, and they've been trying, especially with the vignettes and stuff like that. But they couldn't beat the OC, man. 2 Sweet Signs Up. Bianca Belair cutting a promo, and what's funny is I'm looking at this card when we do my picks and predictions at the end of the show. I'm like, there really hasn't been a build-up with Bianca and Io Sky. You know, like, this is probably the most interaction we've had. When Damage Control comes out, Bianca's like, I'm on the blue brand, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to defend my Raw Women's Championship at Backlash. Damage Control, Bayley's like, yo, you need to understand that I made you on this show. And, of course, it ended up in a fight. But I'm wondering if it's just because of Io's limited mic skills. You know, because they like I said, this was the most, like, we've gotten, like, face-to-face. And in the fight, then Liv and Raquel come out because Bayley and Dakota said they're going to go after the tag team championships. Of course, Bianca, Liv, and Raquel, they're standing tall, holding up their championships. So, you know, it's just one of those things where I was just like, okay, you know. I wanted more of Io and Bianca, but okay, let's just mix them all in. Let's put them all in this little bowl and mix it all up. So I have a feeling that not Damage Control, Liv and Raquel are gonna find some way to, like, they're either gonna take out Bayley and Dakota at some point during the match for Backlash. So we'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's just get on with the show. Solo backstage with the Usos. Usos like, yeah. You know, come on, Us. You know, let's get Us. You know, let's get Usi. We're getting Usi up in here. And he's like, yo, man, you know, your brother's talking to you. You know, you gonna say something? And this part gave me goosebumps with Solo. He's like, yo, I'm gonna do my part, and you do yours. But Solo's like, I'm gonna handle business, BIDNESS, business. That's what Solo's gonna do at Backlash. And then, like, Jimmy's like, why'd you upset him? You know, why'd you upset him? Like, Solo is becoming this threat within the bloodline. So much so it's going to build to where it has to happen with Roman and Solo, because they've been building Solo so hard. And this part, do your part, and, you know, I'll do my part, and you do yours. And that's it. That's all. Solo handled that business, son. Usi up in here, man. I don't know why, it just gave me goosebumps, especially when Solo talks. Like, he's getting better at that, you know, keeping it low tone, and he's the enforcer. He's a killer. So I really like that part. Street Profits versus Imperium. Street Profits for the win, but this was a good back and forth. Really quick, really short match. I feel like these guys they can fight forever if they wanted to. Imperium's moving over to the Raw brand. All of this goes into effect this Monday for the draft results this Monday. Then we got the World Heavyweight Championship tournament next week on Raw, then on SmackDown, and they said there's going to be 2 matches, so 2 triple threats on Raw. Then whoever wins one of those, then they'll face each other for the main event. And then the winner, the one from SmackDown and the winner from Raw, they will face each other at Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight Championship. So those brackets will start on Monday. You know, I I'm excited. I'm really like, ooh, what holds? What's in the story that we're gonna tell with this World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt back in WWE? It all starts Monday, and we just got to get through Backlash to get there. LWO backstage getting hyped. Cody 2's walking to the ring. They show the Brock and Cody package because, the big match. Big match. We had a really fun thing with Kevin Owens, Riddle, and Sammy backstage. Riddle's talking. He's like, hey, you guys got something to say? And Sammy said it best. He goes, we're done talking. So after this, let's beat him and let's move on. Now, Cody Rhodes. Whoa! Cody, let's go, man. He got me hyped. I was just like, yes, man, let's fucking do this. Like, I cannot wait for him to take on Brock Lesnar, man. It's gonna be a fight. I just feel it deep down, man. It's gonna be a fight between these two, and well, like I said, this promo it ticked all the bells and whistles that a Cody promo can do, and to where he got us hyped, and that's why I put on my notes. Let's go. Then we have okay, ready for this? Shinsuke Nakamura versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett. Shinsuke for the win. This match was okay. I was expecting more, but the problem with Karrion Kross is this was my biggest thing in NXT. Because I remember talking to a few people about Karrion Kross. I was like, he has probably one of the coolest entrances in the WWE. And do you remember when they boiled him down to the mask and looking like an S&M? So, God, that was painful. Neutered him. But he's back to being Karrion Kross, TikTok, losing to Shinsuke. Does that hurt him? And what was I saying? Oh, my problem with Karrion Kross is he went from being like this really dominant figure to where it was slightly annoying. There's a Fatal 5, I believe it was NXT. This was during the COVID pandemic, and they were giving their all in this match, and Karrion, he didn't sell shit. And he was just this dominant force over and over. I'm like, all right, man, I know it's professional wrestling. You got to make me believe what I want to believe, but goddamn, dude, this dude is not selling nothing. And then he came to the main roster, got neutered. Then Triple H brought him back to his thing. And then, and right now he's got a thing with Shinsuke. Then the draft happens. Story over. What's next for Karrion Kross? I honestly thought we were going to see him at one point go for a championship. He should have been a champion by this point. So I feel like he's probably going to be part of the tournament along with Shinsuke as well. I don't know. And I was thinking about if Cody's going to be part of this tournament, So there's a lot of factors going into Monday Night Raw that we have to think about. So, but Shinsuke for the win. They had the draft package with NXT. Cameron Grimes is backstage, baby. To the moon with Adam Pearce. Corbin comes in. He keeps telling Cameron, like, yo, you were the last pick. The last pick. And he's like, oh, but we got the debut of Cameron Grimes on SmackDown next week. Baron Corbin and him. It's official. And I'm just like, and Cameron Grimes is like, is this my debut match? And it's like, yes. Going into it next week, next Friday is going to be awesome, man. And they went on this big European tour, showed a really cool package. And this was before Bianca came out. And they were in Paris and Ireland, everything like that. It looked really fun. But next week, too, Roman Reigns returns. And what is the shape of the bloodline? Like, ugh. It's like when Roman comes home and I'm like, oh, Daddy's home. We broke a few things. We're going to hide it because Daddy's home. He's going to whoop that ass. And I feel this I feel it's going to be one of those things where we're going to see Roman and Solo team up against the Usos in a big match. Also, who is Roman going to face at Night of Champions? You know, who is he? Like, because Night of Champions, all championships are on the line, right? Or are we just going to not have Roman fight? And is he going to get one title and not two titles? Right? This is what I'm like, But we had the big main event here. Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega versus Dominic and Rhea Ripley with Finn Balor outside. This crowd was having fun, man. And Rey and Zelina for the win. But, of course, we got a beat down afterwards. Damian Priest comes out. And surprise, Bad Bunny coming out with that kendo stick. You know, Damian and him had a really great stare-off. LWO in the building. Bad Bunny's got an LWO shirt. Latino World Order's in the house. And growing. And now you got Bad Bunny part of it as well. It's pretty fucking cool, man. And, you know, and much love to Eddie Guerrero. He's probably looking down with a big smile on his face, man. Viva la raza, man. Steel. It was really cool when Bad Bunny put on the shirt, man. And I'm really enjoying Bad Bunny here. My wife really loves Bad Bunny, so, you know, I want to get her something for her birthday with Bad Bunny. But, yeah, great way to end the show. Started off strong with the LWO, ended strong with the LWO. And now, I would give this show a solid 4 out of 5. Quick, fast, nice and easy, go-home show, Backlash. Let's go, Dan. Okay? 4 out of 5. Match of the night. Honestly, the main event, you know, Street Profits Imperium was cool, but it was done once and donezo. Like, you know, it was done. But the main event, I would say, was the highlight of the night. So, 4 out of 5. Go check it out. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. What did you like? What did you hate? You know, drop those comments, man. Let's talk. We're professional wrestling fans here, folks. Now, a certain tradition. I was going to do a separate podcast for this, but I was like, you know what? We're going into Backlash. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, the nWp way, and we're going to talk about Backlash real quick, and my picks and predictions, and we'll have we'll talk about it afterwards in my review when I see Backlash, and we'll talk, man. We'll start from the bottom. I totally forgot about this match. You know, even though Seth had a great promo with Omos, you know, it was one of those things where he's like, I'm going to make you famous and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, this is going to be fun, but totally forgot about it because the card's so stacked and heavy. Seth Rollins versus Omos, Seth Rollins for the win. He has to have that momentum going into Monday. You know he's going to be part of that tournament. He is going to be part of that tournament. It's inevitable. But Omos is going to be another victim to Seth freaking Rollins. And I'm more excited about what he's going to wear. So I'm not excited. I'm like, okay for the match, but I'm more excited about what Seth's going to wear tonight at the pay-per-view. Kevin Owens, Riddle, and Sami Zayn versus the Usos and Solo Sikoa. KO, Riddle, Sammy for the win. Like, I think more or less it's just boiling down to when Roman gets back and how he's going to handle the Usos and everything we've seen building up to it and all those really great promos with Paul. And when he's talking to Solo than he is the Usos and saying that Roman is getting tired and fed up with the Usos. So I'm just saying. A SmackDown Women's Championship match, Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega. And it's really cool. Zelina is going to be performing in Puerto Rico in front of her family and everything like that. But Mommy's got this. Mommy for the win. She ain't losing that championship anytime soon. And then she'll switch it out with Bianca Belair. Because I'm picking Bianca Belair for the win for the Raw Women's Championship. Over Io Sky, you know, there's no way like Bianca, they even said it tonight. She's going to be the longest reigning women's champion. So they're going to keep that momentum going, and I don't see Belair dropping the title to Io Sky. And of course, hell, they ain't going to let Rhea Ripley drop that title to Zelina. As big as a match this is, especially in Puerto Rico, like, no way. But I'm hoping for bangers here. That, like with the KO, Riddle, Sammy, Uso, Solo. I know it's going to be bangers. We're going to get a lot of false finishes and stuff like that. We're going to get all of it. We're going to go, because that's what they do. But like I said, Raw, SmackDown, then on Raw, we're going to see a swipe of the belts. Swipe. A swap of the titles. This match right here, though. The San Juan Street Fight. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest. This is his WrestleMania right here. And I'm wondering if they were going to put this on the main event. Or, because Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes is a main event match. But you're in Puerto Rico with Bad Bunny and Damian Priest in a San Juan Street Fight. I'm guessing, Brock and Cody's going to be the main event. But I'd be like, this will probably be like second to last. Or they start the show off with the street fight. And I'm picking Bad Bunny for the win, but we're going to get a lot of LWO, and we're going to get a lot of Judgment Day, and it's going to be a brawl. And I can't wait to see what Bad Bunny does, but I'm picking Bad Bunny for the win over Damian Priest. Then where do we go after this? Do we keep up with, because I feel like with the draft now over, and we're starting this week where the draft goes into effect this week, new storylines will be fleshed out. Judgment Day stays on Raw. LWO goes to SmackDown. And this is the big payoff for this storyline. And will we revisit it? No, we don't know. Triple threat match. I honestly forgot about this match too for the United States Championship. Because my brain was on Brock, the San Juan Street Fight, and the women's championships, along with the 3-on-3. Like the Seth and Omos and triple threat for the U.S. title. Those two matches were very obscure and very back of my mind. Austin Theory's putting that title up against Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley. We're going to have a title change tonight, and it's going to be with this match. Bronson Reed for the win, and we're going to see a tsunami. And I'm going to say he's going to pin Theory. He's going to pin Theory, or he's going to, or if we don't want Theory to, keep the storyline going between these two, Bronson Reed pins Bobby. But Bronson Reed's walking out with that United States Championship. I can guarantee that. No, I can't guarantee that. So, no. But Bronson Reed for the win. Now, the main event, as Mr. Mark Henry would say, Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. The story continues for hard times? ? I feel Cody gets the W. Doesn't hurt Brock whatsoever. Doesn't hurt him whatsoever for a loss. Wins or loses with Brock. Fuck, he went against Omos. Even if Omos beat fucking Brock Lesnar, it wouldn't matter because, and this dude's, he's a free agent. He can go wherever he wants. But I feel like after this, we're not going to see Brock Lesnar for a while, but Cody Rhodes is going to get the big win. And for Cody, I feel like the win is bigger than Brock beating him. But also, too, if you listen to the podcast building up to WrestleMania, I was 100% certified that fucking Cody Rhodes was going to walk out with the championships, and we were all wrong. And I as much as I'm excited for this match, I'm like, just be prepared for disappointment. If you go listen to the WrestleMania podcast I did for night 2, there is a video at the very end you can see. I recorded myself, I put the phone in the corner somewhere, and I recorded myself for that match. I had the whole video, but I kept the clip where I'm like, oh, God. And then when Cody lost, I was like, the amount of disappointment, and you can hear it in my voice when you hear that podcast. I'm like, hey guys, this can't be a sexy ninja. Cody Rhodes didn't win. Yeah, I'm here though. So, but I picked Cody for the win. For now, I picked Cody. I'm Team Cody here, Team Nightmare. So we shall see what happens tonight. Backlash. Those are my picks and predictions. Let's go, man. Let's do this. And I can't wait to talk Backlash with all of y'all. Go and it's official. I have the Pro Wrestling Tees store up now. So New World, ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. We have the official main logo, and I have a sweet KMB the Sexy Ninja logo created by Katie. I will have the true Sexy Ninja mascot up there created by Katie as well. I got the New World Podcast main logo on that was created by Penta X. Go check out his music. Go get yourself some merch. Get yourself that sweet nWp shirt, baby, and let's represent. All right, let's represent the New World Podcast. And if you're brand new to this, just embrace it and put up them 2 sweet signs and keep rocking with me, KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember, like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life. Brother.
Should be afraid of Brock Lesnar, but the difference is tomorrow is Backlash. I don't have any time to be afraid of Brock Lesnar.